What's up, everybody? This is the Certified Chris G coming at you with another motivational message to help keep inspiring you to chase after that ever elusive greatness in your life. Happy Monday to all you guys out there. I know that I'm hoping that y'all had a fantastic weekend and that you're getting after it today. Like, no days off. Don't be like, I had a long weekend, I'm tired, and I can put my goals on the back burner, because that's not what we're about. We're about continuing to chase after what we want in life and being the person that we hope to be, and help inspiring others and lifting other people up and loving on other people to make sure they're chasing after their dreams too. So tonight I wanted to come on here and talk about this idea of the final boss. Okay? So I don't know how old you guys are on the other side of this camera, but not to date myself, but I kind of grew up in like the video game generation. I'm not talking like the PlayStation 5s and all that stuff, but I'm talking like the original Nintendo, like Sega, with Sonic the Hedgehog, all that stuff. And I kind of wanted to use a metaphor from that today, because I love video games and I love, stories and everything like that. And I just remember being like a kid growing up, and you play these games, you spend hours on there, and then you would get to the hardest level of the game. And I guess it's like grown to be called the final boss, right? Like, and I just remember like Sonic, it was that weird guy who's kind of like Jim Carrey now in the movies. And it would be like impossible to beat. They would make it so hard, but you would feel so accomplished when you got to the end of the game. Like, I never thought I would be excited to see credits roll, right? But when you would get to the end of those video games, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I made it. I get to see the credits. And I like stuck around to see like who was the developer of the game, who was the animator of the game, because you were like, I worked to get to these names, so I got to see all of them. And I don't know if I'll ever see them again, right? Because back when we didn't like have cheat codes, we didn't have YouTube channels to watch other people play the games. And so I wanted to come on here tonight because I wanted to talk about the final boss. And I'm going to share something a little personal with you guys. Like over the last couple months or so, I started to struggle with my weight again. And I'm proud of myself to say, like, I haven't gained a lot, but I started to like have these habits again that fell back in the comfort zone. And if you guys have ever followed any of my stories, like, like this, I've been on this weight loss transformation for like over a decade now. And it amazes me, like, the bad habits still creep in when we don't feel good enough. The tough times still creep in. And we retreat to this place of just, like, at least I do, of just treating myself like crap whenever I'm down. And I fooled myself into thinking that I surpassed that. Like, I fooled myself into thinking like that was behind me. And so now as I face this, I have about 30 to 40 more pounds that I want to lose to really feel comfortable. I don't know if that puts me in this, like, the category. I don't know if that puts me in the finished category. I don't know. I really like have 30 to 40 pounds that I feel like I want to lose, because I want to get to this point where I've lost over 50% of my weight. Like, I feel like that means something to me. It's something I always wanted to get to, and that would be like 180 some pounds total loss. And I'm like, I want to get to this point and I want to finish it, but why can't I get there? Why am I at this pivotal last stage, the final boss of my journey, and I can't figure it out? And so I spent this past weekend just being like, what is this final boss? Who is it? What is it that is holding me back? And I sat back and I'm like, okay, what's holding me back? Is it someone? And I couldn't think of anybody that's holding me back. Sure, I've had naysayers through my journey, but I can't think of one person who's stopping me trying to get to the end. And I'm like, well, what's holding me back? And, at the surface level, you want to be like, man, I love to go to food too much. I haven't had the time to exercise. Like, my wife and I are about to have a baby, so I can use that as an excuse. And I realized, like, that's not it either. Those are all surface level things. Those are easy things for me to categorize and say why I can't get there. And then it was like a light bulb that went off for me when I really dug deep. And too many times, like, we don't do that. We don't want to dig deep to find what the real reason is. I said, what is the final boss in this weight loss journey for me? And I realized, holy crap, the final boss is me. It's myself. It's the guy that I used to be. I'm still holding on to him. 10 years 12 years later from when I started, I said, he still haunts me. Like, I don't feel good enough. And I really thought to myself, like, well, how am I going to beat it? How am I going to beat it? Because, like, my son is coming later this week. And I'm like, I want to tell my son, like, I stuck to it. I fought for it, man. Daddy never gave up. Like, Daddy had a goal. He had a vision. And it may have took him a decade to get there, but he accomplished it. I said, how do I do that? How do I defeat myself when I'm trying to do it for myself? Like, how do you beat someone? Like, how do you beat the person that you're fighting for? And I really thought back of, like, why am I thinking I'm not good enough still all these years? People are like, oh, you're healthy, you work out, you do this, but I'm still not good enough for me. And I really thought back, like, and it's still probably something I'm processing right now, but I just think to myself, like, I have to get to the end. And I don't know if there's ever an end, because there's probably not. I've been on these, like these journeys and these different goals, and it's not really like getting to the end, but hitting that final goal, this goal that you thought it was so impossible. So I wanted to share that with you guys tonight on, I know what my final boss is. And there's something free in it to know, like, it's me. And I don't have to wait on anybody else to get out of my way. I don't have to find another reason or find another excuse. I know this is on me. And it's hard to hold yourself accountable. It's hard to do it. But when you know that your dream is on you, you start to take some accountability for it. You're like, you know what? I'm going to go in the zone right now. I'm going to get to this point where I'm going after what I want in life. Not for anybody else, but because I want to know that I'm good enough. I don't need other people's praise. I don't need anything like, I just want to know that I'm good enough. Because the one thing I've been searching for isn't somebody else's praise, it's my own praise. Like, how many of you guys can feel that on the other side of this camera, man? What you're going after for, you want all this approval from other people. You want people to tell you you're good enough. You want them to give you bonuses and value and all this other thing. But the greatest value that you're searching for, man, it lies right here, right inside of here. And when you realize, man, you're the final boss of your journey. You're the one who self-sabotages. You're the one who throws things in your way. You're the one who keeps putting excuses onto why you can't get there. That's when you start to go and you go get it, man. And that's why I came on here to do. I came on here to tell you guys, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to the end of my weight loss journey. But there will be a video here, hopefully in the nearer future than the further distant future, where I tell you I lost 50%, 180 pounds. I'm going for it. I got to, because I got to know that I'm good enough. So thank you guys so much, and I encourage you all, go beat that final boss in your journey. Go prove it to yourself. Let yourself know that you love the person that you are becoming. Go get that dream. Don't do it for anybody else, but do it for you so that you can see what you're made of. I love you guys. I know I may not know you on the other side watching this video, but I mean it when I say it, because there's something about a fighter, like I just recognize. And I know if you're watching this video, you're a fighter, baby. You're a fighter. You're going for it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have clicked the channel. You wouldn't have watched the video. So go get your dream. Go get that final boss. Go beat it, because I know you can. Much love, guys. If you want to do me a small favor, man, just send this video out to somebody that you know who's fighting too. Share the message, man. And if you never want to miss one of my videos, I'm going for it, man. I'm about to share the journey. Share the journey and what it's like to finish it. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button on my channel so you don't miss it. All right, much love, guys. I hope you have an amazing Monday. I'll be back on with more motivational videos throughout this journey. I love you guys. Go get your dream, man. You're too valuable to the world. Love you. Bye.